Hello, hope you're all doing well. This is just a general update, really, or a rant, or whatever you want to call it, really, on all vaccines, all the pharmaceutical industry, all the drugs, the doctors, the repeat prescriptions, and all the rest of the stuff that people just stand up getting talked into. And I've just searched a few figures on this, and it is actually pretty damn scary what the rates are for the vaccines, for the depressions, what sort of money this is making. Absolutely scary. So going back to the vaccines and what they're trying to push at the moment, please be aware that it is not in any pharmaceuticals industry's best interest to make you well. It really is not in their best interest to make you well. What the idea is to sort of keep you going forevermore, taking more and more shots, more and more boosters, more and more sort of vaccines every 6 months, every year, keeping you scared, keeping you thinking that it's going to reoccur, thinking that you're going to be sort of struck down. Then obviously this is so massive amount of money that they're going to make from all this. So please do not be falling for anything that is not properly tested. I read the other day, I mean, I'm no expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I read the other day that it was coming back that it was doing really well because the test they'd done on monkeys was proving very good. You know, they was getting good results. We're not bloody monkeys. Please do not take this crap, okay? Can I just say as well, I mean, again, as a bit of a rant or a bit of a sort of trying to open people's eyes. My uncle died from cancer when I was 9 years old. This was 46 years ago. 46 years of research, 46 years of fundraising. We've now got charity shops trying to make more money for cancer research and donate more money for that. And we're no farther forward. What are these people doing, these researchers working one day here? Seriously? 46 years of no farther forward. And I read a story a few years ago that there was actually a doctor who had found a cure. This doctor, I'm sure it was a woman, but again, it's quite a good few years ago, this. And this doctor had done tests. These tests were very positive. This person had got the cure for it. They could reverse it. Everything was all fine. Nobody would ever be ill from cancer ever again. And this person was going to produce all the results from this, and it was coming out within a few days. And lo and behold, the brakes went on that person's car. That person was never seen or heard of ever again, obviously. All the research was gone, and that person was pretty much wiped out. And again, let's be honest, there is no money in anybody being well. It is pretty much the fact of the matter. Listen to this nonsense here. The World Health Organization, right, is saying that depression is a common illness. Apparently, there is 264 million people depressed and registered as depressed. The Very Well Mind organisation is saying that there's 300 million people who are depressed. Now, I've been depressed myself. I've had times when you just feel like, what's the bloody point? Or why should I bother anymore? Or you just go into a bit of a slump. Let's be honest here. Depression is pretty much because your life is nowhere near the life that you maybe want to live. Maybe you hate where you live. Maybe you hate your job. Maybe you haven't got a job. Maybe you can't afford to go on holiday. Maybe you'd love to see the world. Maybe you're fed up with how you look or how your body is, or you've lost a parent or whatever. But no amount of bleeding drugs, no amount of prescriptions, no amount of all this money that you're throwing at pharmaceutical companies is sorting out the fundamental problem. It really isn't. No amount of pills is sorting this out, and yet people carry on taking medications, taking more pills, going back for more prescriptions. that is not the bleeding answer. It really isn't. And we're just propping up these companies, just paying more and more and more money to things that is just absolutely sodding ridiculous. And we're not meant to be having drugs. We're not meant to be propped up by taking more and more pills. The side effects from all this is not good. One of my friends, has always taken pills. She always goes to the doctor. She's always on more pills for depression, more pills for this, more pills for that. The girl's rattling with the damn pills. She has so many, and she honestly always feels really, really ill. She's always going back to the doctors. She's always getting another consultation. He's always like upping the dosage, and she's just carrying on forevermore. She's been on these for what, 10, 15 years. And she actually run out one week, and she was actually in bed and she couldn't get up, and she was just feeling so down and so done in and all the rest of it. She actually run out. By about the third day, she actually said to me, do you know what, I don't feel too bad. No, you won't feel too bad. You come off all that crap and all those drugs. It's surprising how your body clears that crap out of your system, and you actually would feel better. And I honestly, I swear to God, do believe that. And I also do believe that pretty much most illnesses are, and I worry about saying this because I'm just going to get selected, but most of them just come on because, again, we're just so fed up with the life we're living. We're just so fed up with prisons that we're kept into from our own mind. And a lot of the time things can be sorted by natural remedies, by getting out, by exercising, by making lists of where we want to go in life, and sort of getting some direction of where we want to go, and seriously, no amount of drugs is sorting this out. Anyway, going back to farther forward from this, the global pharmaceutical industry is worth, this is where they reckon it's going by 2021, which is not really that far off, and they reckon we're going to £1,170 billion this is making. And obviously it's probably more than that by the time they've pushed vaccines, and it is currently rising at the rate of 5.8%. Again, absolutely ridiculous figures here. I'm hoping to God that they do not push vaccines on anybody for anything. I hope that this does not become mandatory. But I think it is so easy for people to live in fear and to get caught up into things. And again, I know people who go to the doctors because they're unwell, and they're just pushed to, why don't you take these? Why are you given these? The doctor's given me a new prescription. The doctor's decided that I'm better off switching on to these pills. The doctor's given me this new prescription. Why? Years and years ago, I used to work somewhere where you used to get paid for being off sick, and pretty much everybody used to sign off work with depression and, I'm not feeling well and it's this and it's that, And I went to the doctors and I just said to him, I'm just feeling a bit down, a bit fed up and all the rest of it. And really that was more to do with hating the job I was on and hating where I lived and all the rest of it, really, and just getting a bit down and a bit fed up. And I went and I told him this, and lo and behold, you're just given the prescription and you're given some sort of drugs again, which is not helping your job or anything. And again, you're just told when the prescription's ended, go back, you're fine, you'll be given a repeat prescription, and I can be on that for 20 years. Rubbish. Seriously. Keep your wits about you, look after your bleeding self, because Christ knows no pharmaceutical company is looking after you. And also don't necessarily believe any doctors, they're just things pushed onto us, and they're all given different advices anyway. Keep yourself safe, alright, it's your life and you've got the ability to sort it, and again, no amount of drugs is going to bleed and we'll do that for you. Alright, thank you so much for watching, please have a nice day, speak to you soon, and bye.